this is Elifsude. This is my It202 Project recording. Today I'm gonna walk you through my project and show you my features, first as a user and then as an admin. So this website is basically like a travel website, I would say. Like the users can just grab information about like countries and specific places in those countries, like cities, museums, like major touristic places, stuff like that. So first of all, we'll register. First, I will try to register in a wrong way. So if I do this, it's not the right structure for email. And then if I do this, since it's not enough characters, it's gonna make a problem. And then the first letter should be lowercase, so it's gonna give an error. And yeah, so this is my registered message. I log in. I can enter with either of them. So this is my landing page. First of all, I go to my profile. I see my information here. I can reset my password. I'll do it too. So my current password is okay, and then I'm gonna write my new password and then confirm it. An update password. Oh, I think I answered wrong. And yeah, it's updated successfully. And now I can enter with the new one. So I go to browse places. Basically, the user can just like browse any place or country and from like this list and like actually yeah from this list. And then oh, also I need to say this too, these countries that are here are countries that was added from the admin page. I will show you when I go to admin page, but obviously if I add like other countries from the admin page, we're gonna be able to see the other ones here.
Easy. Easy. Thursday? Yeah. Alright, let's see. If I get all my backlog tasks, because we're presenting 490 Thursday.
So for example, let's say Turkey here, and then I say click search, and then Turkey comes up. And then here in the categories, palace, museum, nature, city, stuff like that comes up. Let's say for place name, okay, actually let's say search, it comes up. I can just search for a category which is like city, museum, palace, stuff like that. Let's say Galata Tower. I'm not sure if this is gonna come up, to be honest. I'm not sure if APA has this. It doesn't. And then what can we say? And by the way, reset button also. Let's say this place. And then yeah. Also, when we say view, we get information about these places. For example, Empire State Building, the country, notes, a famous building. Actually, this is a specific place that I edit from like the admin page. So if we go here, this is from AP itself. And yeah, obviously I can add it to my list. Actually, yeah. Let's choose, I don't know, let's say Paris will add to my places, place edit to your list. I go to my places, and then here we can find the places from our list. The same logic for place name, country. The different thing is column, order, and limit. Limit is basically like how many results it's gonna give to us. And for column, so okay, so let's say obviously since I just made this account, there's only one, so I'll just go and add a couple more. Empire State Building. Um, okay, this should be enough. Yeah. So let's say I just want to see 3 options. Actually, let's say 2. I don't have that many anyways right now. And then the country, Japan. Search is gonna give me 2 of the options. And so let's say for the column, I say place name, and for order, descending search. So if you pay attention to the names, it changes place because K comes after A, so it's like the alphabetic order. It basically does this. Or for example, if we say, let's like if we filter it according to the dates and then do it, it's gonna change, as you can see. Let's say Turkey. Actually, yeah, doesn't matter. Let's say 5. We don't even have that much, but that's okay. There's no, because I think we didn't add it. And then let's say there's only 1 anyways, so yeah. And now we say view, the same thing. And now we can remove it. I'll just show 2. So I want to remove this one. It is removed. I want to remove this one. It is removed. And now finally, that's basically it for users. There's more stuff and admin. So logouts and successful logouts. So I want to log in as admin. Okay. So my profile, the same thing as the user, so I'm not going over it. Browse places is the same thing as user. To be honest, like for example, my places, like the point, like I don't even need my places as an admin, but I just like want to put it so like I can see from the user's perspective, but like it does the same thing basically. Create role. So this is different. So basically, considering I have so many other users, which I do, I choose one of them and let's say search. And description, I just want to say user. Create role and successfully created. And now I go to list roles and then I see search here, user, my, actually, I added this manually. I didn't need to do that. I was just trying. I can do disable, I can search, and yeah. So my places create role, list roles, and now assign roles. Actually, yeah. So for example, if we say search, and I say search, yeah, we can see the user options here. I have two users, one search one, and then there's no roles, and then I can just actually my bad. I don't know why I did that. I just did it wrong. Now it looks like surge is an option, like as a role. It is obviously not. So when I say create role, I say like, okay, let's say editor. Okay, now it's gonna make sense. Create role, and then I go to assign roles, and let's say I choose this person, and then I click, and then yeah, I can do it now. Now it's successfully created and assigned. So travel API import, basically what I was talking about, I can just add the countries I want users to see. Like I can, like for example, I added China and Japan and Turkey and France. That's why we were able to see those countries. Like I can add Peru, fetch and save places. I can add Armenia. And yes, we cannot see it here, but we can see that it is complete and inserted. And if we go back to users page, we can see Armenia there. So create travel place, basically, like I said, we can just create travel places from like scratch. For example, let's say Galata Tower, country Turkey, category let's say it is not a museum, but I will say museum, so I can edit it later to show you. Notes. I mean, let's say it is in Istanbul, and yeah, let's say for create, and now it's created. I go to travel places, and as you can see, I can see it here. I can see the rating I gave. I can see the things. Um, so the same logic, I can just like look up the places, country, category, and limits. I want to just say two. Filter, there's only two here. I just want to say Armenia, for example, and make this like 7. I'm not sure if there are 7 options for Armenia. Yes, there is. And yeah, so let's go back to Turkey and my example. So this one, when I click view, I can see the view page. I can see the node I entered, and I can edit it. So it is in Istanbul, but I can change it to it is not in Istanbul, which actually it is wrong, but that's okay. And I can change the rating, and I can say visited. Okay, so the problem is I have this feature in users too. I'm not sure, like I was just confused and I edit it to admin page 2, but to be honest, admin don't like doesn't need this feature, but just to show it to you. And it is updated when I go to my travel places. I can see it here. But yeah. And then unassociated places, basically the places that no user have any kind of relation. So when I say we have the same thing, I can look up the same way. Let's say Turkey. Visited. There's not gonna be visited places probably right now. Let's say country, descending, search. And yeah, because there's no visited places. If I say not visited, then there's gonna be options, yeah. And then I can just change them like this. And now it's in the alphabetical order. I go to assign travel places. So I basically enter a name of users. I say search, it comes up. There are two users. I choose one of them. I can just like say Turkey. I mean, that makes sense, I guess. So I say search, and then I say this place, and then I say apply association. The only problem is there's no a success message, so I really cannot check if it is like successful. I needed to fix that, but like I just couldn't figure out how to fix it. But that's basically it. And then I log out, and then yeah, that's basically it. Thank you for watching.